T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of the Atlas V rocket for United Launch Alliance, carrying SBIRS GEO-6 for the United States Space Force.
Passing 30 seconds in flight. Vehicle is now 2 miles in altitude. And the RD-180 is now throttling down as expected. Engine response looks good. And the vehicle has completed its roll maneuver. Passing 50 seconds in flight. Mach 1. Atlas V is now supersonic. Vehicle is now passing through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. The RD-180 is now throttling back up as expected. Engine response looks good. Standing by for SRB burnout.
You are hearing the voice of Jesse Gonzalez providing launch vehicle ascent data.
And coming up on 90 seconds into flight. We have burnout on both SRBs. And the RD-180 is now throttling back up as expected. Vehicle is now 20 miles in altitude, traveling at 3,000 miles per hour. And we have indication of jettison of both SRBs. And the vehicle has gone to closed loop guidance. And the RCS system is now pressurizing to flight levels. And the reaction control system pressures have reached operational levels. The vehicle is now 45 miles in altitude, about 100 miles downrange, traveling at 6,500 miles per hour. And the RD-180 is now throttling to maintain a constant 5G acceleration limit. Engine response looks good. And the Centaur has begun the boost phase chill down sequence to thermally condition the RL-10 for operation. And the RD-180 is now throttling to maintain a 4.6 G acceleration limit until VCO. And we have VCO, booster engine cutoff. And we have stage separation. Seeing good pre-start on the RL-10. Standing by for MES-1. And we have MES-1. And we have good indication of payload fairing jettison. first burn will
This
be
is
about
Atlas
8.5
Mission
minutes.
Control at T+5 minutes. We just heard flight commentator Jesse Gonzalez confirm the successful completion of the early phase of today's flight, and all systems continue to operate nominally. Our next event, Centaur Main Engine Cutoff, will occur in about 8 minutes. SBIRS provides in-space missile warning. Let's learn more about the importance of this capability from the Space Systems Command.
Our adversaries across the globe, our near-peer competitors, consider the fact that they're being watched and we can see every single launch and attribute it to that actor. That absolutely impacts whether they're going to use a missile against the US or our allies. This is the last SBIRS in the constellation. There have been 5 GEO satellites that have been launched so far, and this is the 6th of them, and that will complete the run for all of the SBIRS GEO assets. SBIRS is on orbit right now. It is performing the missile warning mission. It's a 12-year design life satellite, and the constellation is very healthy and consists of not only the Defense Support Program satellites, but also the space-based infrared satellites.
We often refer to these systems as no-fail, in that they have to be able to detect a missile launch anywhere on the Earth 24/7, but also be able to accurately report that back to senior decision makers and warfighters so that they can make some of the most important decisions imaginable. What gets me going, what makes me excited about missile warning is how consequential and challenging this mission set is. I come to work every day knowing that what I do has a direct impact on our nation's security.
This is Atlas Mission Control at T+6 minutes and 52 seconds. While we wait for main engine cutoff, here is more about the Lockheed Martin-built SBIRS satellite. Mission Director John Steinmeier recently shared a little more about the importance of today's flight. Let's have a look.
At Space Systems Command, we are laser focused on the many types of threats in the space domain that threaten to disrupt the U.S. and our daily way of life. Our near-peer competitors continue to develop missile technology that is faster burning, dimmer, and harder to detect. This makes it critical now more than ever to focus our efforts on launch and ensuring each national security space launch is successful to enable delivery of this capability on orbit. This will be the 6th SBIRS GEO satellite we have launched on board an Atlas V. This mission will provide tremendous capability for the defense of our nation and allies and represents thousands of hours of concerted effort by the teams who have made this capability a reality. As you are well aware, United Launch Alliance's Atlas V has a tremendous history of mission success. This will be the 95th flight of the Atlas V and ULA's 95th National Security Space Mission. For SBIRS GEO-6, we will be using the Atlas V 421 configuration. The 421 uses a 4-meter extended metallic payload fairing, 2 GEM 63 solid rocket boosters, and an RL-10 C-11 upper stage engine. This mission has been optimized to impart maximum delta V to the space vehicle using an optimized 3-burn injection profile. SBIRS satellites are the first line of defense. They provide timely, reliable, and accurate missile warning, infrared surveillance information to the President, Secretary of Defense, combatant commanders, and the intelligence community, and other key decision makers. The SBIRS system enhances our global missile launch detection capability supports the nation's ballistic missile defense system, expands the country's technical intelligence gathering capacity, and bolsters domain awareness for warfighters on the battlefield. As the last satellite to join the SBIRS constellation, the launch of SBIRS GEO-6 marks the end of the SBIRS development program, but this system will integrate with the next generation of missile warning satellites that are already in production. I'm privileged to be the mission director for the SBIRS GEO-6 mission, and I'm extremely proud of the accomplishments of the integrated team and all the suppliers and partners who have worked diligently to get us to this point. Go Atlas V, go SBIRS GEO-6, and Semper Supra.
In honor of the U.S. Air Force's 75th anniversary in September, ULA collaborated with the U.S. Space Force to form a Human 75 next to the SBIRS GEO-6 launch vehicle. These space systems command airmen and guardians hail from multiple units across the country who are critical to our nation's assured access to space and space-sensing mission areas.